Welcome to the Strategic Cybersecurity channel, uh, brought to you by NKFP. If you are new to this channel, thanks for tuning in. We are glad to have you. Today we are diving into a topic that makes many CISOs very uncomfortable, but is absolutely critical for career advancement. We're going to talk about basic accounting principles and why financial literacy is crucial for CISO. And we are going to, in the first part, and the second part, we're going to describe some basic accounting principles that drive business decisions. Let's face it, if you ever sat in a boardroom meeting, many technical CISOs of the first and second generation, are going to feel lost when executives are going to start talking about capital expenditures, return on investment. So we are going to break down the essential financial concept every CISO needs to understand to effectively communicate cybersecurity value and secure budget approval. Let's start with an harsh realities. Cybersecurity is not just about technology anymore. If you want to be an effective CISO, I like to say the third generation of CISO, you need to speak the language of business, and that language is accounting. Think about it this way. Every security tools you purchase, every analyst you hire, every training program you implement on your organization, financial statement has a direct impact on your organization financial statement. So when you work in the boardroom asking for X amount of money for a security budget, you are not just requesting money. You are asking top executive to make an investment decision that will affect shareholder values, profit margins, and competitive positioning. Let's take just this example of either the first or the third generation, or the first or the second generation of CISO that is going to request for a SIMS product. We're going to present that in a way that you're going to understand the root cause why they have issue to secure budget. So what those people used to say, they're going to say something like this, that they need a new SIM solution because the current one has limited correlation capabilities. So this is a technical CISO, either the first or the second generation. Look the same, the third generation of CISO will act it in a different manner. It will say something like this: this SIMS investment will reduce our mean time to detect by 40%, potentially saving us X amount of money in breach cost on industry average, while generating a 125 ROE over 3 years. The message is the same. They all need the SIMS, but the impact is completely different. One will sound like a technical request. We need the SIM because our correlation capabilities are limited. And the second one, where you request a SIM that will reduce the mean time by 40%, that is going to potentially save us X amount of money in breach costs based on industry average, while generating X percentage of return on investment over 3 years, for example. The other one will sound like a business investment. This is why understanding accounting principle is no longer optional for CISOs. It's essential for your career survival and success. Let's it will be very basic. We're going to focus on 3 accounting financial statement. Every business operates using 3 financial core statements. And as a CISO, we impact all the 3. The first is the income statement. We call it also the profit and loss statements. These show revenue, expenses, and profit over a specific period of time. It could be usually monthly, quarterly, or annually. So your cybersecurity budget appears here as operating expenses. When you are requesting budget, you are essentially asking to increase the expense in these statements, which will decrease profit. That is why you need to justify the business value. The second one is the balance sheet. The balance sheet will show what the company owns in terms of assets, we call it assets, and what it owes, liabilities, and the owner equity at a specific point of time. So basically the owner equity will be the assets minus the liabilities. Cybersecurity impacts this through both technology assets you purchase or potential liability from security breaches or regulatory fine. That is very important to understand your organization, the business operation model, and the regulatory laws that is pertaining to that specific vertical market. And the third and last one is the cash flow statements. This will track how money moves in and out of the business. In this one, you divide in three parts. You have operating expenses, investing activities, and financing activities. So I say that it tracks how money moves in and out of the business. It is particularly important because a company can be profitable on papers but zeroing out of cash. So as a CISO, you have to identify your security investment you have to understand that your security investment can affect cash flow timing, especially if you have large capital purchase. So this is a quick overview of the basic accounting knowledge that a CISO has to understand. And it is the first and second generation of CISO today is not just about technology anymore. If you want to be an effective CISO, you need to speak the language in business, and that language is accounting. And your cybersecurity strategy has to be aligned with the business goal of the organization. Cybersecurity at this time is viewed as something that is empowering and enable to grow up the business. Cybersecurity at that time is a business enabler. Thank you for listening. See you soon.